They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They run with Murray. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Johnson's got it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Silver.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check it back. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, check for that.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. Power running by Zeke. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 49 yards on the ground.
First down, Dallas.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Bridgewater looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott 95 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Murray.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go! Come on. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Go!
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. For Kittle here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Set, ready. Smoke small. Not a good. Good for you. Hey, check Mike 57.
Bridgewater to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike's 54.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the pistol, here's Elliott. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 52.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The Saints take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Open man is Ross, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. Tight dog.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Check nickel.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. I got 15. Me. Strong right.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
No.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 43.
This is Elliott, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Slam. Alert 3. Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right. He's telling him right. Five down. Stand up in.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Looking deep downfield, and that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for P.I., so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
17.
Yellow. On the line.
Watch the screen.
They go to Elliott again. Nifty move. Elliott a first down and more. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here's Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
They don't want it. Keep playing all day. Let's get it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
1. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now Bridgewater. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Bridgewater. They complete it to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
57 Okay, just like that.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the backer. Boom. 50 seconds. Mike, 50.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
50 seconds.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was